Should I say it?
Wait, when did I shit myself?
Oh,
Wait, when did I shit
you shit
myself?
the bed like a month ago.
Oh my God.
Mother.
Oh my God.
We haven't even plugged in my microphone.
Plug that bitch in. Let's go. We have to say hello. I feel like we don't even say hello to them. We're just like, yeah, dale.
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast with all of our 500 million subscribers.
It doesn't matter. One person gets impacted by this. We did our job. Okay?
Absolutely.
If you're listening to this, you are meant to be here right now. Okay? Listening to this.
You're so poetic.
So grab some popcorn, start doing dishes, do something around the
No,
house.
don't do
Just
dishes.
actually no, yeah, you know what? Just sit down in
Just let those shits pile up. That's what I do.
here.
I walk past them and I'm like, that's not my job.
That's not my problem. I'm like, damn, that's looking rough for Sarah's, but that's not on
Yeah,
me.
in my household, we call them pink and blue jobs. I actually don't do a lot of the jobs.
I don't do pink or blue jobs. I
My
just kind of
husband I've just been blessed with a husband who enjoys both.
he's
He
both.
loves washing dishes.
Yeah.
Who am I to take that joy from him? Who am I?
Yeah.
He loves to vacuum. I
No,
would
he
never take that from
loves
him.
to vacuum to the
He
point
loves
that
to
he's
vacuum.
collecting vacuums.
Yeah,
I'm
he found
like,
one on TikTok shop that's like 12 in one that also vacuums the dog.
yeah.
I wouldn't take that from him. I want to be selfish.
Yeah. It would be
Take
like
out the
you're
trash.
crossing a line, you know? What you like is what you like and what he likes is what he likes. And how
Exactly. And what I
fortunate are
like.
you that what he likes just benefits you too?
Exactly. I cook though. I cook.
Oh, okay, Queen.
Mhm.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, Queen. I don't cook.
Hey. Yeah. What jobs do you do?
Okay, so in my household, we don't have pink or blue jobs. We kind of just have
David's jobs.
David's jobs. So David cooks, David cleans, David does the laundry. I'm more of like an assister, you know, like he's kind of like when
Like a
you
what?
need like an
I
assister.
just laughed. What?
You just laugh because I'm so funny. Like an assist. I assist him. I'm like a
Oh,
he's like captain when it comes to like household things, and I'm
and you're a
like
co-captain.
I'm on the bench whenever someone needs something. Like I'm there. Like, do you need the broom right now? Do you need the Windex? How can I offer you some? You want some water? Things like that.
Go get it.
It's in the fridge. You know, like I don't really. I do.
Yeah,
That I
you do.
do.
You do do.
I do.
I
I
do
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 do.
do.
I do some things. Like I like to sweep and I like to mop or like the little Swiffer mop, you know. I don't
Mhm.
go full on like, but
Oh
like
my God, I have a funny story about the mopping. So I used to work for this really, really unethical ABA company in
oh, it's
South
okay,
Florida.
tea.
Super tea. If you guys really want to know, DM me. I'll let you know. Actually, I think they closed down. Anyway,
Oh,
so they would make us clean after hours. So after our session, we would have to stay and we would be assigned all these jobs. So Karina for Tuesday and Wednesdays would be the mopper.
oh my
Thursdays and
God,
not unpaid. They wouldn't pay us. And
dude.
and we couldn't complain about it. And you couldn't switch jobs. Like let's say like I had to and if I had to rush to another client, like to another session that was in their house, I had to make sure that my job was done before. Yeah. And I
You're
remember,
like, I don't even do this at home, and now I'm doing it.
wait, so going back to the whole mopping thing. So, again, I've been blessed. I have a mopper husband. I never had to mop.
Mopper, a vacuumer, a
Right.
dishwasher.
Anyway, the day that I had to mop, I didn't know how to do it. So, it's so easy. Now looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? I was texting him, babe, I'm so embarrassed. Like, what do I do? And I sent him the picture of the mop because it's the same one that we have at home. The one that you just pour the water and pour the fabuloso in there, and then you
Uh-huh.
step on
The
it.
Cedar O. That's what
The
it's called.
black and red one, the one that you see
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, the
Silver.
bucket. Yeah. And
That one.
it has like a little lever and you're like,
I love that sound.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
just be doing that, like no water. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I got my hit for the day.
Okay, that's nice for you. But I was texting him. I was like, babe, look, it's the same one we have at home. Like, I'm about to, like, they're about to go tell me to go start. I don't know how to do it. And he's like, this is so embarrassing. And then he text me like step by step of what to do.
I thought he went and like mopped for you. I was like,
No, he
yo,
would, no, I'm sure he was thinking like, I'm on my way. Can't wait to clean those floors.
you know what? I've been waiting for this moment.
Like, they should put him on the Fabuloso little bottle.
Oh my God. You
Like,
know, Fabuloso is not actually cleaning, it just like moves dirt around. Tea.
Mistolin too.
Yeah, mi story también, mamá.
Oh, that one smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good.
My mom would sometimes put that in like a little pot with a little bit of water on the stove to make the house smell like she just
I
mopped.
thought you were gonna say she
But she
like
didn't mop.
gave you a little so you drink so you would go to sleep.
No, but I'm sure she thought about it.
Maybe.
Yeah. I would ask a lot of questions as a kid. And that just would annoy her so much. So much that she would just be like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then I would go through life thinking things were one way, but they weren't. And she would just like, mm-hmm. And I was like, for example, there was this building next to the apartment that we used to live in when I was really little. And it just looked like bad vibes. So I was like, is that a jail? One day going home from like kindergarten. And she was like, mm-hmm, as she would do to every other question.
Right.
Bro, though, my whole life, I was like, I'm living next to a prison.
Oh my
And
God.
I would tell that as like a fun fact to my friends in school. You know, I live next to a prison.
They
And
were like, oh my God, Karina's so cool.
yeah,
Like,
don't fuck with her. Don't fuck with Karina.
she's
Even though
scary.
I did get bullied if you listen to the last podcast.
Right.
Anyway, then fast forward to I'm now 19. I move out of my house and I move into that same like the same like neighborhood.
Y reparto. Uh-huh.
Yeah, into a different why is that not the word?
You just said it very Hispanic Cuban.
Oh, my mom is Cuban.
Yeah, you're
So
Cuban.
yeah, I moved into another building in the same neighborhood. And one day I'm driving
Wait,
by
what building is this?
on 109 and 7th on Fountain Blue
That what building were you talking about that
at
looked like a
Hanoa.
prison?
The Lennar building.
The Lennar building you thought was a prison?
Yes, because you know it's gated. You have to pass like a what like an edificio like in the UC in Miami that
Yes.
has a gate.
Dude, that's crazy because I also have a story about that building.
Really?
The Lennar building that David and I would pass. Obviously, like we lived in the same areas. So it's
Mhm.
on 107, like that Lennar place. That it's totally not Lennar anymore. Anyway, point is that we always would
Wait.
try. Yeah, like somehow always connected. But we
Mm,
would be like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna work in that building, David would say. Because it's like it was he thought it was some type of software thing. I'm like, you're so dumb, just
mhm,
Google it. It's a housing, like built house building company. Anyway,
mhm.
and we every time we would pass by it, we would like look at each other like a little insider, like, look at the building. But like
That would be like, oh,
yeah. But now I know that we both had like some type of connection to that building, which is so crazy because we've never talked about that before, ever.
yeah, yeah. And then so I was living there when I was 19 by myself. And then I started dating my husband. Fast forward, he goes to buy a house with his family and he has to sign some documents in that building.
And you're like,
And his
no.
and I had his location. And I see that he's next door and I'm like, oh my God, like what is he doing there?
I got him.
I'm like, oh my God, what happened to him? And so then like I meet up with him after and I'm like, what were you doing in there? And he's like, what do you mean? I was signing the documents for the house. I was like, in jail?
You're so
He's like, what
crazy.
do you mean?
So
And then
your
he
mom
tells
just
me,
let you, she at some point didn't even
I
know that
asked
she
no
was
further
just,
questions. I
yeah.
got what I needed. She said, mm-hmm. And I said,
To everything
oh,
though, like to
I
a
didn't think
range of
things were
things.
that bad.
Yeah, to like a wide range of questions. It wasn't just like one or two. It was like you would just like kind of like snowball into a lot of
Mhm.
different things and like whatever. That's
Yeah,
where
which
my
is, but
toddlers are
why?
at.
But why? But why?
Yeah, my toddler is at that stage. ¿Y por qué? ¿Y por qué? ¿Y por qué?
Yeah.
So we just throw questions back at her and she gets mad because she has to
Okay.
answer it. So we stop that cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
We're
sure my
like, ¿y
mom was
tú qué
thinking about
crees?
anything else.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
¿Y tú qué crees? And she's like, oh, hold on. Because usually, like, you just wanted to, like, you were curious, right? So you're trying to, like, connect with your mom and you didn't know,
Yeah.
like, how to keep going. She's like, mm-hmm. You're like, okay, we keep
I'm like, damn, things are worse than I thought.
like,
Bro, I wish I could go back and see my little face be like in my little car seat in the back. Like, what the fuck?
That is so
But
creepy.
anyway, so I told my husband, and then he's like, "There's no way your mom." And then I remember I called her, I texted her or something. I told her later. And she's like, "I never told you that." And I was like, "Yes, you did.
But
Why
you
else would
didn't
I give you my
deny it.
whole life?"
You didn't tell me, but you didn't deny it. So like
Yeah. Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah.
That's funny. We're Cosmo and Wanda today. I want to point that out. Just to our viewers that are watching the video.
That's from Fairly Odd Parents, right?
Fairly odd parents.
What did I say?
Fairy.
But they're fairies, right?
They are, but it's you don't get it.
Oh, they should have called it Fairy Odd Parents.
Fairly, it's because it's like a pun. You don't get it.
No, explain it. You don't know either.
Yes, I do. Fairly
Okay,
odd
you.
parents. Like it's like
I know you keep repeating the title, but why are they so fair?
no, not
Not
fair.
fair.
But like fairly, like maybe barely.
You don't know. You're
No,
really like,
but
you don't get it.
no, but it's not fairy. That for sure.
No, I know. Sort of.
You didn't know. You didn't know you freak.
Fairly. No, yeah. Fair. No, fairly. It's fairly.
It's
Fairly
fairly.
odd parents.
Because maybe they're fair. Like they're like average godparents. They're not like amazing godparents.
Mm,
Like me.
no, you're a wonderful
No,
godparent.
exactly. Not like me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not like me.
I'll have to Google this later. Anyway, I had a panic attack on Saturday.
Just let's just dive that into
Crazy
that one.
transition, huh?
Yeah, over the weekend.
Yeah, I was at the beach, my favorite place ever, and specifically my favorite beach. I went with my son for the first time to this beach, which I won't say the name because, I don't want
I thought
all
you
of
were
your
gonna say
million
HIPAA.
followers to
I
follow
thought you
me.
were gonna say HIPAA. I was like, wait. Okay.
Um, anyway, there was like a huge crowd of people, which there typically is not at this beach, but we did go at nighttime because it is so fucking hot in Florida.
Yeah.
Um, can we curse? Yeah, it's our podcast. We do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go, we park, we do all these things, and I see all the crowd, and I tell my husband, like, babe, I think I'm experiencing anxiety right now. Long
By the
story
way, this
short,
is
I
not
think I'm
common. But wait, this is not common for you. Like,
no, no, I'm very go with the flow. I have no idea where we are
she's very
most of the
stable.
time.
She's very stable, okay?
Yeah. And I'm just like, following the crowd.
Right.
But not this time. This was the first time out, like I said, with my son, who is a little bit over 2 months.
Hmm.
And I, how? I actually don't know how many weeks he is. Anyway, we can cut that part out. I'm just like, squirrel. Um, and nothing. So I told him, I was like, babe, I got something going on up here and I need to figure this out. So I left them behind and I started walking very quickly to an area that was a little bit less crowded.
Hmm.
And through that walk, don't check yourself out mid
I'm like
panic
moving
attack
my head.
story.
Sense.
You're like,
I'm like, wait, keep going about your trauma, but hold on, let me fix my hair.
so I get, so
Stop for
next
real.
time you talk about your trauma, I'm gonna
Come
start
on.
putting lipstick on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl.
You
Oh my
went to
God.
huh? What's
What?
happening? What's
Just
happening?
got this whole story. Long story short, I had my first panic attack. I thought I was going to die. Everything turned out fine. I got to a restaurant, texted Mel. Actually, she texted me a picture of her in her
Post.
panic room, post panic, hysterically crying. And I was like, okay, copycat. You also have to have panic
Like
attack.
you always have to do like steal my thunder.
It's my time. I get to have my anxiety, and you can go sit over there.
Let me have a panic attack, please.
For real.
Oh,
Yeah, so things like that happen to us often where she just likes to steal my thunder. Like, I had really bad heartburn during my pregnancy. She had to also have heartburn. Like,
okay, okay, okay. But this even to yesterday, I was like, I texted you today,
Oh
like,
yeah.
bro, I've been having this really crazy headache. I think I have a brain tumor, so I'm not gonna be on my phone. So like, if I don't answer, like, you know why? And she's like, bro, me too. I have a headache and whatever, the whole thing. So a lot of things happen to us that we don't even know about until we connect, and we're like, wow, were we? Are we sisters or something? Because it's like
Trauma sisters.
trauma
And
sisters.
it's always like traumatic things.
Yeah, it's never like something amazing like we hit the
Like,
lotto
oh,
on the same
haha, we
day
both
or
wear. Okay. Yeah, definitely not that.
yeah, not the lotto. But like, it's never positive things. It's always like some type of anxiety inducing thing. So
Hmm.
you had a panic
Hmm.
attack. I also had one.
Hmm.
You have heartburn when you were pregnant? I wasn't pregnant, but I definitely did have heartburn that one day. Took me to the urgent care for it, but so things like that. You have a headache? I have a headache.
Hmm.
The Lennar building is a prison. The Lennar building is an insider for me. We
Hmm.
had no idea until right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love that we caught that mid-podcast.
Yeah. And my eyes twitching too. So if you see it, just ignore it. Um,
I
but
don't see it.
I was going to say, we talked about your past lives and you have a lot of you're very intuitive. Could you tell
Oh
the
yeah.
audience a little bit about your intuition and how that works?
Yeah, I have a lot of um I've had dreams in the past. They're like very weird. What?
Didn't you know I was pregnant before I knew I was pregnant?
Oh my God, yeah. So me and Mel, we didn't have beef. Clearing that.
We're actually we actually hate each other. It's just tell us about your intuition.
Oh yeah. So I've always had random dreams that actually happen. One of the big ones, including, oh yeah, how I was saying, me and Mel don't have never had beef, but we did go through a phase where you moved to Charlotte. We just kind of like lost connection.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. People do that.
No one did
Happens.
anything wrong.
No,
No.
especially me.
Or me.
No,
What'd I
no, no,
do?
no, no,
No,
no,
we
no.
just we just kind of lost touch, but we were always like, oh yeah, like that's my girl, like, but we like, we weren't like,
We weren't texting good morning every single morning.
right.
So anyway, I go to sleep as one does. Woke up. Wow, that was a crazy dream. I had a dream that Mel was pregnant. And again, we weren't talking like as often. Once in a blue moon, like if there was like a random Snapchat memory that popped up of
Oh yes, we would do
us in
that.
our golden days. But anyway, we have a mutual friend, shout out Adriana.
Shout out
And
A.
I texted her. I was like, "Oh my God, dude, I just had this crazy dream that Mel was pregnant."
Hmm.
And Adriana then texted that screenshot to you,
Yes.
right?
And like the week before, I had found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, and I had not told anyone. Obviously, it was just like very fresh and whatever. I had told Adriana and like maybe a couple like close family members. And of course, since Karina and I weren't as close as we are now, I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I'll tell her eventually when I'm like, 40 weeks pregnant or something. Just kidding.
When the baby's
Um,
out.
yeah, like my baby's like 18. I'll tell her that I had a baby. So
That's
nah,
funny.
so then Adriana was like, bro, look, and I'm like, bro, what? What is wrong with Karina? Like she has literal issues. So we FaceTimed you that night. I was like super concerned about you. Like this girl is weird. So we FaceTime you and you're like, hey guys, so this is weird. And then Adriana's something like, oh, tell her about your dream. I'm like, oh my God, that dream is crazy because and I show her like the pregnancy test and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Dude, you are crazy. Like, get away
Stop.
from me."
Oh my
I'm
God.
kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't talk in like we don't talk
It is
often.
odd.
Right.
It
We
is
don't talk
odd.
often and then boom, you're like, Mel's pregnant.
I
Why was
know
I
what you're
even in your
doing.
dream? It's not like now you're in my dreams because we talk a lot, and we're like
Hmm.
closer.
Right. That is weird. Like, why would I dream about you?
Yeah. No, for real though, because we weren't like talking all
Yeah.
the time. And for that to be the like what the dream was about and then boom, I
Hmm.
show you the test.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. But you've had other
Yeah.
things that have happened to you that you're like, wait.
Yeah, I've had dreams. I remember having like a dream that was like a random snake in my backyard, and I woke up and I told my mom, explained what the snake looked like. Sure enough, guess what was in the backyard?
Yeah.
Same motherfucking snake.
Yeah, and you also feel like spirits and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's crazy. Yeah, I had it's a very long story, but my brother used to see this
Your
spirit.
brother too, right?
Yeah, my brother was way younger. This was before I was born, so he was probably like, well, 3 because I was born when he was 3. And he told my mom one day, "Oh, you don't have to worry. Don't tuck me in tonight because the man's gonna tuck me in." My mom was like, "What?"
Oh.
And my dad was out of town on a business trip, and he would go out of town a lot for work. And so my mom was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, don't worry about it. Like he's gonna tuck me." He loves to just sit and wait, and he goes like this to me until I fall asleep. And my mom was like, "Ah, hell no." So she calls my dad, "You need to come home right now." And he's like, "Oh my God." So they start talking, whatever. My mom sits outside the door. Nobody comes into the room. So my mom was like, "This is so fucking weird." The next day, she was like, "Hey, Papo, did he come and like tuck you in?" She didn't want to scare him. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he came again." Da, 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 da. My dad comes home. I don't know if he came home immediately. I don't know what the story was. But my brother started to describe who the man was or what he looked like, from him wearing a hat to the way that he would like talk, like everything. And my dad is like, hold him. So he shows a picture of a person and he's like, oh, look, like just look at this person. And my brother's like, oh my God, that's him. That's the one who tucks me in at night. And it's my dad's dad who passed away when my dad was 14 in a car accident.
Oh my God.
So my brother had never met him. My dad doesn't have pictures of him anywhere in the house. He has like one, I think, in his office now, but when we were younger, I don't remember ever seeing that. Like even now, like I'm trying to picture his face and I can't really. Um, so fast forward to then I am born, 5 years old. My dad and my mom divorced. I am with my mom and I mean I'm with my stepmom and my brother in my dad's townhouse at the time, and my dad had left to go do something, and I stayed with her. My brother's asleep, and I tell my stepmom, "Who's that guy?" And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, that guy over there, he's waving. He's so nice. Wave." And she's like,
He's a
"Ah, hell no." So us two crazy ass freaky kids are like out here scaring all the adults.
yeah.
Which if my son ever did that, oh, mm-mm,
Like
don't.
remember when my daughter did that?
Oh my God, yeah.
So my we have obviously our little like camera and my daughter and my son share a room and one day, we're watching them. They we put them down awake and then they just fall asleep by themselves. Whatever. I hear her like looking towards a closet and I'm like, okay, she's just like, playing around as she does. And then I see her like start talking and she's like, "Hola." And I'm like, "Oh, she's saying hi to her books or whatever." She walks not into the closet, but right outside the closet, and she kneels down, like crouches down, and she goes, "¿Qué te pasa, niña?" In English, that's "What's wrong with you, girl?" Hello? What? I
Returning you right
Yeah,
now.
like return to sender. She's like
Yeah.
put on factory setting. So I bust into the room and I'm like, "Who? Hola." I'm like not trying to scare her. I'm like, "Sammy, like, ¿qué pasó?" And she's like, "Hola, niña." I'm like, "¿Dónde?" I'm like, "Where is she?" And then she's like, I'm like, "Oh, do you have to go pee pee?" Whatever. She went pee pee, and during that little like when she was out of the room, I was like, "Padre nuestro que estás en-" I was like, okay, okay. I was like, I
You're
swear.
like Palo Santo, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had no power. So it was literally like me just using my power to like remove her. I swear to God, I was literally like this. I was like, si vienes otra vez, te van a-" Like, I looked crazy. I had to go back into the camera and see like what I looked like because I was literally summoning, I don't know what, to like remove
oh my
this.
God.
Yeah. And then she has not done it since. So I think my powers worked, but
No, bro, but didn't she say something else?
she did say
And
something else too. She was
yeah, you
like,
sent me it. And I remember
"Oh
like
my God,
showing
I sent you
Sebas.
the
We were in the
video."
garage.
Hmm.
And I remember like, babe, oh my God, what would you do? And he's like, oh, hell no, there's something there for sure. And I was like, no, don't say that. He's like, she's talking to somebody.
Yeah, because she was saying like, "Oh, like what's wrong with you, girl? Do you want to play?" Okay, and she was like answering like, "See?"
Oh, and then she didn't want to, and then the girl didn't want to play with her
Yeah, yeah, or something. I was like,
at the same time.
I was like, Traske, you're in her bedroom, bothering her sleep. You don't want to play with my kid either. Like, that's the least you could do, you little snake. So, like,
Yeah,
already
but
on my
something
bad
like
side.
that.
Already on my bad side. Like,
Yeah,
if it was a friendly ghost, okay, but not even.
that's so
She's
friendly.
like a meanie, like a bully
Yeah,
girl.
she's a mean girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's
But
crazy.
anyway, going back to the past lives, because this is how we got here. You asked me something about a past life,
I did,
right?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I had a past life.
Period.
Period.
Okay.
No, I just know. I like don't remember specifics, but I just feel like I kind of know who I was. I know I was a boy for sure, which
Okay.
is very odd because I am not boyish at all.
At
I
all.
am the ultimate girly girl.
Yes.
Like you birthed your daughter, you basically birthed me because we're just as girly girls.
Yeah, my daughter's
Like
also
how we
very.
said, like I'm a boy mom, or like how you said, I'm a boy mom who has a daughter, and I'm
Mhm.
a girl. Wait, what?
1 plus 2. No, I said that.
Wait, what?
I'm a boy mom with a daughter, and you're a girl mom with a son.
Right, that.
All right, well, that's called.
All right, thanks for watching this podcast. I'm a girl mom. Um,
I'm telling
wait.
you, this is a sweet time. Like when we're like so delulu after the day that like we can come together and just spew nonsense. Like this
Ew,
is
I just had a little bit of vomit come up.
Have you ever shit yourself?
No, but I was close the other day.
Oh my God.
We were on Zoom.
Yes.
Bro, don't insert that clip.
Oh my God, were you
You have it.
I do have it.
Don't insert
What
that.
was happening to you? Because you were like, I'm clenching my cheek.
Can you not expose me? If you've ever shit yourself, it's normal. Have I done it? No.
Close.
Close, but no, I have not.
Almost. Okay. Not
You
even like a
probably
little
have. You
sharp.
give you give vibes that you shit.
You give sharp vibes.
No, you do. Just because I just know because I have family members who have accidents. I won't name who they are. You know who you are if you're watching. Um, and you just give that similar vibe. So do you? Have you?
It's it's not like a regular
Know
occurrence.
the answer. So be honest.
No. Wait, have I actually shit myself? That I don't know about?
Should I say it?
Wait, when did I shit myself?
Oh,
Wait, when did I shit
you shit
myself?
the bed like a month ago.
Oh my God. Wait.
Oh my God.
What? What? Holy shit, that's crazy that you remember that. I didn't even remember that. Okay, wait. Well, I don't even remember the story. Did I actually shit myself?
Yes, you woke up and you like, I think you farted or something and you shit the bed. You sharted.
Wait, I think I was having like stomach problems or something. Yeah, no, I swear to God. I remember now. Clear as day. Thank you. Thank you for airing that out to our 500 million subscribers. You fucking bitch. But I'm gonna shoot
So,
myself right now. I'm like dying. My stomach hurts.
okay, go ahead, explain yourself.
No, I was having stomach problems and I farted in the morning and I actually like shit myself. And I woke up David and I was like, babe. He's like, what? I'm like, I shit myself. And he was like, what the fuck? So then, oh my God, my
Bro, I
stomach.
would have denied till the end. I would have been like, oh my God, the kids. Like,
My
Quinoa,
stomach
the
hurts so
dog. Fucking quinoa.
bad.
No, hell
Yeah,
no.
Kilo, because Karina doesn't fart in front of her man.
No, yeah, that is forbidden.
Means answer in the
Bro,
chat. One,
10
have you ever
plus
shitted
years.
yourself? Or have you ever farted in front of your man? Is that something that you do? I fart in front of mine. Fart and apparently shit, because I shit.
No, I would never. Like I would. Well, it did happen. Remember when I was pregnant?
I mean, right. He did watch you give birth.
No, yeah, he did watch. But no, there was a intimate moment in the hospital where because I was unable to like move myself, so he had to turn me over. I don't know why. I think he was giving me like some sponge bath or something because I smelled like shit. Also, did you smell horrible after giving birth? Because I smelled like actual shit. Like if I actually had accidents on top of accidents, and then someone rubbed an onion all over my body. So anyway, I think he was giving me like a little sponge bath, like
Like, we gotta get this girl right.
situation. And he turns me over, and I was like, "It's okay." He's like very like, "It's okay, baby. Don't worry. This is cute." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Go away, go away."
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, no, never.
Other than that,
Yeah, other than that
oh my
incident,
God. Well, I think that wraps up for today.
that was crazy.
Wow, what a wave.
What a wave.
We rode that wave.
Yeah, we
Like,
wrote it, baby girl.
let us know if you can relate.
And let us know if you also shit your pants.
Most definitely. Or if you fart in front of your partner, which is normal. And a lot of people do that. I do
You
that.
do do.
I do
We
do
know. I think we all know at this point.
that. At this point. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week. Appreciate it.
Bye.